Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about Barcelona's match tomorrow against Real Sociedad. After Real Madrid, they drop points. Atlético Madrid absolutely smashed them. We're going to be talking about that towards the end of the video. But before I do, guys, I want to be looking at the words from Hansi Flick in the press conference ahead of our match tomorrow. And as well, giving you guys an injury update in regards to Joan García. And as well, it seems that we picked up another one. Barcelona absolutely can catch a break. But before I get started on the video, guys, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. And as well, the link to become a member is also posted down below. But as always, guys, let's get started with the video. All right, guys, let's get started with the video and let's look at the words from Hansi Flick, ahead of tomorrow's match against Real Sociedad. We know it's going to be a difficult game. We know that Real Sociedad, they are a good team. We are going to have Lamine Yamal and Alejandro Balde back. How much involvement they have in that match, we don't know. Hansi Flick, he did talk about it, but Hansi Flick, starting off his press conference, he says, Real Sociedad, they have a clear style. They want to build from the back and have a strong striker up front. They're quick and dangerous, but you also have good players. It's an opportunity to show our strength. Hansi Flick, he talks about the Montjuïc, as that's what we're going to be playing. And this is, I hope it's fine. They installed it very quickly and did a good job. I am calm. Hansi Flick, he gives us his thoughts on Joan García, his injury. And he says, it's not nice to lose Joan. He was doing well, but Tech is back. Last season in the second half, with Szczęsny, we almost won every game and 3 titles. He's a great goalkeeper, a great person, and I have no doubt about him. And that's absolutely the case. We were talking about Szczęsny, a couple of videos ago, how he understood his role in the team. He understood how his role was to mentor Joan Garcia, to make sure that he was ready to be that number one, and if needed, show up and be the backup. And this is where Szczęsny, he's going to be put into the limelight. But very quickly on Joan Garcia, I'm going to give you guys an update because he successfully underwent surgery this morning on that torn meniscus in his left knee. The surgery went really, really well, and the player is expected to be out 4 to 6 weeks in order to recover. Very, very good news that the surgery went well. Obviously, he's going to be out for a significant amount of time, roughly about a month or 2. It's not ideal, but thankfully, it's nothing too egregious. It's not something that is going to keep him out for months on end, something similar to that of Gavi. But going back to Hansi Flick's quotes, his press conference, Hansi Flick, he talks about, dealing with all the injuries that Barcelona they are facing. And he says, it's part of my job, and I enjoy it. It's always a challenge. We have a great team despite the injuries. We focus on what's in our hands. He talked about Lamine's, availability, and he says he'll be available tomorrow. That is the coach's decision. Hansi Flick, he talks about the PSG game. He says we always focus on the next match. Tomorrow is against Real Sociedad. Later we'll prepare for PSG. Right now we've won 4 games in a row, and we must continue with that spirit. Hansi Flick talks about possible relapse for Lamine. He says, I don't have this feeling. You never know what can happen, but we're convinced it's the right time for him to return. We're happy that he's available. And so that confirms it. Lamine Yamal, he will be involved in tomorrow's match. At what capacity? I don't know. And we're going to have to see. I'm assuming roughly 30 minutes, somewhere around that time range. If he is going to be a starter against PSG, that's the amount of minutes that he would need in order to start. But, it's up to Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick, he talks about Toni Fernández very briefly. And he says it's good for him to train and play with the best. He learns every week. Toni is an option to play. He didn't feature recently, but he's available and a good choice. Another option from the bench. And when we continue to talk about injuries, guys, I want to be talking about Maraso as well, because he has left Barcelona training earlier today. He left early due to mild discomfort. And his availability, his participation in tomorrow's match is in doubt. And as I've said time and time again, this is not great. Barcelona, they just seem to have, a bad run of form, a bad streak, I would say, a bad run of luck, actually, in regards to these injuries. Gavi, Fermin, Rafinha, Joan, and now Maraso. Those are 5 players who are very, very important into the team who are all picking up injuries. Now, in regards to Maraso, we don't know how serious it is. Right now, this is just a precautionary measure. He withdrew from the team's training session. There is a doubt on his availability for tomorrow's match, but we don't know if that's going to be something that's going to be keeping him out for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. We'll have to see. More news is going to be coming out tomorrow in regards to that. And the last piece I do want to talk about is in regards to this scoreline right here. Because just like how Barcelona beat Real Madrid 5-2 in the Supercopa España, Atlético Madrid, they beat Real Madrid in La Liga in the Madrid derby earlier today, 5-2. Absolutely amazing that we see this scoreline. Atletico Madrid absolutely dominated Real in that match. Some great goals from Real Madrid, but also World Cup winner and arguably the best striker in the world in Julian Alvarez, scoring some brilliant goals. That free kick, I don't think there's a goalkeeper in the world that is saving that. And Julian, a player who is a Barcelona fan favorite, but just out of reach. He's going to be extremely expensive if Barcelona are going to go out and sign him. But very, very good news that Barcelona may have the opportunity to regain some ground on Real Madrid as they do drop points against Atlético. A golden opportunity for Barcelona to get the 3 points and boost ahead in the table. But guys, relatively quick video. Tomorrow I'm going to be having a watch along and as well the match reaction, so make sure to tune in for that. Thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.